Hello, we are Group 4 of 11C, and this is our Experiment 1, Stoichiometry. Stoichiometry is defined as the ratio of two substances undergoing a chemical change. In our first experiment, we determined the chemical formula of an unknown compound from the mass of the materials used. Here's how it started. We weighed a crucible before placing an unknown sample inside, then heated it over a flame until all green crystals turned brown. Afterwards, we weighed the uncovered crucible once more and transferred it into a beaker with a small amount of water. The aluminum plate is added inside. Note that aluminum is a reactive element to the unknown liquefied chemical. We added 5 drops of HCl. Afterwards, we prepared a filtration setup using the filter paper to separate the copper from the solution. Once the liquid is drained from the copper, we placed the open filter paper into a watch glass and placed it inside the drying oven. After drying, we weighed the mass of the filter paper with copper. Finally, we calculated the mass of copper and empirical formula of the unknown sample, which is copper chloride. Here is our data. These are the solutions for table 1.2 as follows. The analysis. When the crucible was weighed with the unknown hydrated copper chloride, the mass became heavier than the crucible without cover itself. When weighed once more after heating the substance, now our brown crystals got lighter by 0.2 grams. This is because of the water molecules evaporating, which is analogous to how the volume of water, when boiled, becomes lesser than the starting one. This process is called dehydration synthesis, wherein a loss of water molecule causes an object to form together. When mixed with water, it goes back to its original green color because of the presence of water, hydration. Now we move on to the guide questions. The first is, how many moles of water were in your sample of copper chloride hydrate? The formula for moles of water is mass of water from experiment multiplied to the ratio of 1 mole of water to the molar mass of water. The answer is 0.0111 mole of H2O. This follows with the second and third questions. From the mass of copper and molar mass of copper comes 0.0063 moles of copper, and then from the mass of chlorine and the molar mass of chlorine comes 0.0113 moles of chlorine, all obtained from the formula mass to moles. To determine the chemical formula of the unknown compound, the ratio of each element were computed using the empirical formula. Moles of chlorine were divided over the moles of copper, which gives us 1.8 moles of chlorine. Next, moles of water were divided over moles of copper, which results to 1.8 moles of water. Finally, moles of copper were divided over itself, which results to 1 copper. Combining these would result to ratio 1:1.8:1.8 when simplified. 1:2:2, which would give us copper chloride dihydrate or copper chloride, the unknown compound we initially tested. The application of this experiment is to help future scientists or chemists to derive chemical formulas from an experimentation efficiently. This is extremely helpful in the future when there might be new elements that might be discovered and added to the periodic table. These new elements would need testing to see which element would they react with to form a compound before coming up with a formula that defines it and its other compounds. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, share, comment.